Hello everybody, my name is Dave Kurtz and this is Dangerous Events, social media seminar based off of Facebook, using it for business. Or as the title is, it says, Social Media Seminar, Building a Facebook Presence for Your Business. Today you'll be hearing from a few folks like Matt over here, who'll be interjecting information, along with people from who else came to the group today. To start off, we're going to talk about the difference between a group versus a fan page. With the group, it's more of a personalized thing because you have it whenever you put on your group page, you have a place where you have the wall. If you type anything on that wall as an administrator of that group, it still comes from you. Rather than a fan page, if you type something on the wall, then it comes from the fan page, meaning as the brand itself. The big thing to think about is with the fan page identifies the brand or the business versus the group, which kind of is more personalized and coming from individuals. When you're looking at this, you want to look at the idea too that a fan page can be will hit a person's email directly rather than with a group. It'll just hit the person's profile and walls and so forth, if I'm correct on that. The key thing that you want to think about here is as you're developing your fan page, that you're going after your business as a whole. It acts more like, now let me reiterate this. This acts more like your non-paid website would be the best way to put it. You're able to do similar things. You're able to set up applications to catch emails and so forth with the fan page. You're able to, with your group, with your setting up of your events, you're able to set it up so you can send updates to the group itself, but you're not necessarily inviting them all. That's where the events are set up in such a way that you can update the fans, but you don't necessarily always have to bombard them with invitations to come to an event, so to speak.
Yeah, the nice thing about fan pages is they support messages to more than 5,000 people at a time. So as your page grows, you're not going to be limited by that fact. The group pages are more designed for like a closed group or a cause where you have multiple admins posting as those individual people. When you post in a page, your post always shows up as the name of the page. So you can have multiple admins under company X, Y, and Z, but whenever any one of those admins posts, it's going to show up from company X, Y, and Z, and not John Doe 1, John Doe 2.
Right. So therefore, it's important to realize who you're giving that power to. Being an admin of a fan page, whenever that person goes on that fan page and they send out a message or something from the fan page, it comes from the company, so to speak, rather than that individual. So having that amount of power that you're handing over to somebody, you want to think about as far as for security and for the legitimacy of your business. Whereas as a group situation, if you were doing a group situation, like say for your organization or for your club or something, then when you send out a message, then it comes from the individual as the admin and so forth. Another nice part to think about this is with the fan pages, you have more application with video, you have more application with music and so forth, depending on what you want to add to it.
These plugins for Facebook called applications that add additional features to pages. For example, if you start a page as an artist, it automatically adds an application where you can add music and organize albums in the discography information and whatnot. And there's even applications that let you create almost like custom entry pages for your Facebook page as well. You can code it almost like a website with its own little tabbed interface up top that you define.
And to go along with that, unlike with the fan page, it's recognized by Google. So it has that Google, what they call the identity search engine will be recognized by Google versus as a group where it's...
Pages are indexed by search engines. Groups automatically have the code that requests the search engines don't index them. So yeah, pages are more public since they'll be indexed on the web as well.
And the other nice part is when you're sending updates, you can update close to over 5,000 folks at a time, depending on how many members you have.
Yep. No limit, and it goes to a special section of their inbox called updates.
I think the big thing to think about here is when you're looking at the difference between the two is you're in the middle of presenting yourself as a brand and so forth. You're presenting yourself as more of a way to be seen by the web world around you. Groups are good if you have a small idea or you're creating something like maybe it's a charity function or things of that nature. That gets more people are more personally involved rather than in a brand setting such as the fan page. You have the idea that this is a business that's putting itself out there, and with the folks that are admins of the page, you have the ability to have it all come from the company itself versus from individuals.